And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video. Today, like I promised in yesterday's video about the men's bracket, we are filling out another bracket today. But this is for the women's tournament. NCAA women's basketball tournament. Starting a little bit later than the men's tournament. That's why the men's one went up yesterday and the women's one's going up today. But here we go. Same premise as the last video. This is the one again for CBB Court because it was an easy one to access, but I will be filling out another one for a challenge on Pringles Line & Company Discord server. Go check out, link is in the channel bio, and you can fill out a bracket there for a chance to win a special roll, should you win. But, same premise, just going to go through each matchup, pick who I think is going to win, including all the way up to the championship. We know how brackets work. Don't really need to go too deep into it. Now, I will say, and I said this last year, I think when I filled out a women's bracket, I'm not as super knowledgeable about women's teams, especially the smaller ones. Like, I know a lot. I've learned a lot through watching more women's basketball for the last few years, but I'm not as experienced as I am with the men's. So I will do my best to make as educated of predictions as I can. But honestly, guys, who cares? We're filling out a bracket, so it should be fun. I'm going to do the same directions as I did the last time, too. So here we go. UConn. They're undefeated. At least the last time I checked, they were undefeated. Shouldn't have a problem against UTSA. Be really funny if they did, but I don't think they will. Especially because they're hosting. Because if you don't know, guys, for the women's basketball tournament, the top 4 seeds host the first 2 rounds of the tournament. MSU was very, very close to hosting one until they decided that they were going to go 2 for 15 from 3-point range against Illinois in the Big Ten tournament. And Robin Freilich, I don't know what more evidence you need to get a center. But that's a rant for Live, Laugh, Left tomorrow. Iowa State, Syracuse. Honestly, looking at this on paper, it could go either way. What does the preview say? Ooh, a lot of people are picking Iowa State here. I'll do the same. No, I won't. I'm going to pick Syracuse. Stomping Lady over Murray State, obviously. North Carolina over Western Illinois. Notre Dame over Fairfield. Ohio State over Howard. Illinois as a 7 is weird. They haven't really played like a 7 much this year. It's Colorado, too. Ooh. What region is this? Oh, this is in Tennessee. It's at Vanderbilt. Fuck it. We'll pick Colorado. Then we'll take Vanderbilt over High Point. South Carolina, take USC. They've been pretty weak this year without Juju Watkins. But don't think that'll matter here. Obviously taking MSU over Colorado State and Oklahoma over Idaho. Washington over South Dakota State. TCU over UC San Diego. Again, women's basketball is a lot more top-heavy than men's is, so upsets are a lot less frequent. I am trying to take some that do make sense, at least. Like this one. I actually don't know if that makes sense, but I'm doing it anyways. Iowa over FDU. Now we'll cycle back up here. UCLA's on an absolute tear. Don't see them having any problems against CA Baptist. Oklahoma State, I'll take over Princeton. Ole Miss over Gonzaga. Actually, Ole Miss sucks. I'm taking Gonzaga. Minnesota at Green Bay. Home. I'm going to take Nebraska. I'm going to pick Nebraska to win that game against Richmond and then also beat Baylor. Because fuck Baylor. Bad school. Duke over Charleston. Texas Tech over Villanova. LSU over Jacksonville. Texas over Most or Safa. Virginia Tech over Oregon. Kentucky over James Madison. West Virginia over Miami, Ohio. Alabama over Rhode Island. Louisville over Vermont. Isn't this like almost the exact same matchup as potential in the men? That's wild. We'll take Tennessee over NC State. NC State has looked pretty bad this year. Their preseason ranking is the only reason why they're still in the 7. And then Michigan over Holy Cross because God is dead and the world is going to shit. UConn over Syracuse. Stomping Lady over North Carolina. Notre Dame taking down Ohio State because fuck Ohio State. Big upset there. And then also because, yeah, fuck you, Ohio State. Fuck Notre Dame too, but fuck Ohio State more. Vanderbilt takes down Colorado. South Carolina beats USC, though I think that could be a close game. Could be. Not saying it will, but it could. I'm going to take Robin Freilich to beat Oklahoma. In their house, too. This would be a true road game. Because the host site's Oklahoma. I'm going to take MSU to win that one. Because why not? Crazier things have happened. TCU to beat Washington. Iowa over UVA. UCLA over Oklahoma State. Minnesota over Gonzaga. Gam home court. Duke over Neb or Rich. LSU over Texas Tech. Texas over Virginia Tech. That is weird. That is weird. That was a tongue twister there. I'm going to take Kentucky over West Virginia. I'm also going to take Alabama over Louisville, actually. I don't know. Just have a gut feeling that Alabama's going to win that game. And I'm going to take Michigan over Tennessee. Easy stuff there. Now we'll move on to the Elite 8, or Sweet 16. Sweet 16. Stomping Ladies run comes to an end against UConn. Notre Dame upsets Vanderbilt. Notre Dame going to go on a run because Dick Vitale's a Notre Dame fan. He's more a Duke fan than a Notre Dame fan because he works for ESPN, so he is mentally forced to be a Duke fan. Upset of the century, I don't care if it looks bad. Still taking him. Iowa, I'll take them. UCLA is going to trounce Minnesota, especially away from Minnesota. I'm actually going to take Duke to upset LSU here. I'm going to take Texas to win that. And I'm going to say, fuck you. No, Michigan's going to win that, actually. Michigan's going to win that. Some tight games, though. This is where things get good. It's around Sweet 16, Elite 8 range, when all the low seeds are gone and you get the actual powerhouse teams. That's when these games are going to start getting good. Or they're going to be blowouts because only like 2 or 3 teams are actual contenders for the national championship anymore because women's basketball just has no parity at all and they can buy championships. Sorry, it's been a terrible weekend for MSU sports. I'm not very optimistic about any of my team's chances at winning a national championship. Sorry, I'm just not. I'm going to take UConn to end Notre Dame's run. To lock up a Final Four spot. And you know what? Fuck it. We're getting revenge for that bullshit game in December when Iowa got every call in the paint, fouled out like 3 of our fucking players because God forbid Iowa doesn't win a game at their fucking building. Refs. Or the Final Four. UCLA over Duke. And Michigan's run comes to an end against Texas. If that actually happens where we beat Iowa and Michigan loses, I will have a field day with alcoholic beverages in celebration. So here's my Final Four. 3-1 seeds and then MSU. I'm not delusional, guys. I'm just trying to have fun. I'm trying to have fun. My life is exhausting right now. But anyway. Because you know what? Who says this can't happen? Who says that we're not going to have 3-1 seeds? And then MSU is 5. I don't care that we don't have a center. And Anise Sotelo does not count as a center. She is terrible. All right. But holy crap. Oh my God. I don't care that Grace Van Sluten's kind of been awful lately. I don't care that we can't shoot the 3. I don't care that Kennedy Blair's a turnover machine. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is the fact that I am in control of my bracket and who wins. So this is how it's going to play out, right? In my world. My world. Baby. So who says they won't win against UConn, ending their undefeated season in the Final Four in Phoenix? Who says that won't happen? I'm not saying it. I can't hear what you guys say unless you put it in the comments section. So you're not saying it yet. So who's gonna stop me now? Huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. Then we'll take UCLA to beat Texas. That honestly probably won't be a close game. UCLA's again on a tear. They have like a 7-foot center, so they're gonna fucking win it. They're gonna win it. They're gonna win it all. It's probably gonna be, honestly, guys. Truly, it really will be UCLA and UConn. That's already been predetermined by the refs. By the refs. All the refs have already predetermined who's gonna win. UConn, UCLA championship game. Already been determined. Don't even need to make your predictions. But folks, here's what I say to that. Fuck you, Trump. Fuck you, refs. Fuck you, ESPN. Fuck you, everybody. That's right. I'm picking MSU to win it all. Just like in the men. Did you really expect anything else? Because you really shouldn't have. Will this pan out? Probably not. But you know what? That's okay. Because at the end of the day, there's no money involved. Do not solicit your credit card information in the survey. Yes, I want another chance to win a $5,000 gift card in exchange for selling my private information. And this time, all the women's challenge is teaming up with Miller Lite instead of Coors. That's the same company, right? No. Yes, it is. Why? Why wouldn't you just make it all Coors or all Miller? They're both terrible drinks. But that's not the point. Well, what's the final score going to be? Well, if MSU is going to win, if it comes down to this, when pigs fly, you're going to have a high-scoring affair, right? We have to score at least 95 points to even have a shot to beat UCLA, right? That's why I'm going to put it at that. That's why I'm going to do that. Submit. Booyah. There it is. Let's go. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video for the women's tournament. It's coming up soon. We'll talk about more about the women's tournament on Live Laugh Left tomorrow, and then the tournament will begin. So guys, like I said, you can join the bracket challenge for both the men's and women's in the server. So go check that out. What do you think about the women's tournament? Who are you going to pick to win it all? What's your bracket look like? What do you think of my bracket? Who do you think's going to win it all? Who are you rooting for? Like I said yesterday, that could be two completely different teams. In my bracket, it's not what it could be for somebody else, like you. So let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Stay tuned for much more amazing content. Happy March Madness, everybody. There will be more stuff coming from this and other awesome stuff as well. So until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.